Now the Mabinogi and the first branch of the Mabinogi, Pwll, Prince of Dyfed, were introduced to two gods of the Underworld, Arawn and Hafgan. Now it's widely believed that Arawn represented the dark half of the year, while Hafgan represented the light half of the year. Now I've come across something that challenges this idea, and I think it well worth a look. So let's first catch up on the first branch of the Mabinogi and just exactly what that's about. And the first branch of the Mabinogi is called Pwll, Prince of Dyfed. And it starts with Pwll out hunting, and he comes across a stag, but this stag is being chased by another pack of hounds. Pwll, being Prince of Dyfed, believes that all stags on his land belong to him. So he ends up driving away the dogs of the other huntsmen and takes the stag as his own. The only problem is that the other huntsman happens to be Arawn, and Arawn is the king of the Underworld, thereby outranking Pwll. Pwll, realising his mistake, feels indebted to Arawn, and so he agrees with Arawn that he will take his place in the Underworld to fight Arawn's rival, Hafgan. So it's assumed by most people that this part of the story is very similar to the story that we now know as the Holly King and the Oak King, and that Hafgan was the king of the summertime and Arawn the king of the winter or the dark half of the year. And the reason for that is because of the name, the clues in the name Hafgan. Hav means summer in Welsh. Even today it means summer. And so modern day translations of the word have come up with such things as Song of the Summer, or Summer Bright, or Of the Summer. I've come across an alternative to this, to the meaning of this story, and in regards to the roles of Hafgan and Arawn. And it's worth considering. Now, this story says that Hafgan doesn't mean summer song or summer bright or of the summer, but it means born of the summer. And the suggestion is that it's the same as Morgan, and Mor means sea in Welsh, and so Morgan is sometimes suggested to be meaning born of the sea, but it can also mean of the sea. So what this story is suggesting is that Hafgan is not the god of the summer months, but he is the god born of the summer months. And he comes into maturity in the winter months. So this now would turn everything on its head, with Hafgan now being the god of the dark half of the year, and Arawn the god of the light half of the year. Now he goes on to say that this part of the story is about how Arawn used Pwll to kill Hafgan permanently so that he could make Annwyfn the eternal Summerland. Now this makes a lot of sense when you consider that Annwyfn was the place of ultimate beauty, the place of bliss where everything was perfect. And so what we're saying here is that Arawn and Hafgan are destined to have these battles twice a year, once at Beltane and once at Samhain. And the suggestion here is that Arawn has come up with a scheme to kill off Hafgan once and for all by getting Pwll to swap places with him so Pwll can kill Hafgan. Arawn can't do it because it's part of his fate. So he is destined to have these never-ending battles with Hafgan. So that's an interesting story that would explain a few things, and it's worth considering. I myself, I'm not entirely convinced. I'm still having problems getting past the name Hafgan. To me it means of the summer. Now Arawn, it's been suggested, is synonymous with the name Rubianus, which was the god of the ploughed field. And the fields get ploughed through autumn and through winter. So if he was the god of the ploughman, then surely he was the god of the winter. So I'm not entirely convinced, but the thing that struck me was this explanation of how, if it's seen from the perspective of this story, that Hafgan was god of the winter rather than the summer, and that the story then was about Arawn creating the eternal Summerland. That's just left me thinking, could that be? enjoyed today's video, found it interesting, then give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I'll see you again on the next one.